Planning to walk the Tour du Mont Blanc? Watch this first. Seriously. The TMB is one of the world's most iconic treks, circling Mont Blanc through France, Italy, and Switzerland. But here's the truth. Planning it can feel harder than hiking it. I've organized 4 long-distance treks in the past 3 years, and even then, planning our self-guided TMB was totally next level. To save you hours of confusion and frustration, I'm sharing our top 10 TMB planning tips. Everything I wish I'd known before we started. So let's dive in. If there's one thing you remember from this video, let it be this: book your huts early. The TMB is incredibly popular and the best ones fill up fast. So ideally start planning and booking September, October if you can, and then you'll have the pick of the best. And we waited until late December, and honestly it was a huge puzzle just trying to make everything fit. But we learned an important trick. Flexibility with your start date can save the day. A few of our must-stay huts were full, but by shifting the start date just 2 or 3 days, new spots opened up and our route fell into place. Tip number 2, don't write off a hut just because it's booked. So you find the perfect hut, but it's showing fully booked. Don't give up just yet. Cancellations happen all the time. People change their plans, or tour companies release extra beds late in the season. The key is to keep checking regularly, even daily, as your trip gets closer. We did this for our night in Les Chapuis. We did this for our night in Les Chapuis, where there were only 2 huts. Both were full for months, but by checking every day a few months prior to our trip, we eventually grabbed a last-minute spot. Here's a great hack. Book a backup place on a site like booking.com that offers free cancellations while you're waiting for your booked hut to open up. That way you've got a safety net if you're needing it. We actually did this before snagging our beds in Les Chapuis. We had a backup booked in Bourg Saint-Maurice, just in case. Persistence does pay off, and it just might keep you on the trail instead of catching a bus or a taxi to the next town. I can't stress this enough. Schedule a consultation session with Mags Nixon early in your planning. Mags is a TMB powerhouse. She lives at the foot of Mont Blanc in Chamonix, has trekked the route countless times, and her website is packed full of great information, but nothing compares to that one-on-one consultation session with her. After months of researching the TMB, I felt like I had a good grasp of the trail, that is, until my session with Mags. She shared insider tips I couldn't find anywhere else and helped design a route that worked the best for our needs. We did talk to a few companies who specialize in booking TMB treks, but none offered the number of days we wanted, nor would work with us on the huts we were hoping for. Our session with Mags helped us figure out all this. She offers 60 minutes and 90-minute Zoom sessions, but I highly recommend going with that 90-minute session. It was easily the best $200 I spent on the TMB. She records the session so you can rewatch it later, and trust me, you're going to want to. I ended up taking 14 pages of notes from my session. During our session, we fine-tuned our itinerary. We replaced some huts that wouldn't have worked and added a few that became some of our favorites. She also gave us advice on where to eat and where to skip, highlighted must-stop spots along the way, offered alternative route options, and explained which huts to book first, and also shared tips for bad weather or injuries. Honestly, the value you get from this session is priceless. I've linked Mag's website in the description below, so definitely check it out. Tip number 4, build an Excel spreadsheet to track hut availability. The main booking hub is the official TMB website, which I've linked in the description below. Each hut has its own availability calendar, but really jumping back and forth between them can get really confusing. Mags had a genius idea. Create an Excel spreadsheet to track everything in one place. List all the huts you're considering down on the left column, and across the top, add the dates you're thinking about for your trek. And again, if you can stay flexible with your time frame, that will make life much easier for you. I then highlighted the priority huts that needed to be booked first and also second. I started with these and then added red to the dates that they were already booked. Quickly, you'll start seeing a pattern. It's a simple tool, but it's saved me hours of frustration. If this video is helping you out, please give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to follow along on all of our adventures and tips for trekking. One of the best tools we used was a personalized GPS map built through the hiking club. This was a total game changer. For 79 euros or around 88 USD, you can create a custom digitalized map tailored to your specific itinerary, including your huts, daily distances, elevation gain and loss, and even estimated hiking times based on your pace. You can choose from 4 different speed categories: elite, speedy, steady, and wanderer. And yep, we were wanderers. The map runs through a free smartphone app called Organic Maps, which works completely offline using your phone's GPS. That means no cell signal or data needed, and it's perfect for those that are traveling without a local SIM card. It also shows water refill points, food stops, transportation options, and even alternative routes when there are temporary closures. The setup is simple, but if you get stuck, their customer support is fantastic. I've included a link to their website in the description below for you. Why push yourself so hard that you're not enjoying the trail? The TMB is amazing, but it's also really tough. There's lots of ups and downs every single day. We took 2 0 days, one in Courmayeur and another in Champagne-Lac, and they were total game changers. Courmayeur was perfect for recharging and enjoying some Italian food, and Champagne-Lac gave us lakeside relaxation before the final stretch. Even if your itinerary is shorter, one rest day can make a huge difference. Remember, it's not a race. The goal is to enjoy the mountains, not just survive them. If you're researching the TMB, you've probably heard about the infamous ladder section. If heights make you nervous or you suffer from vertigo, consider skipping them. The alternative route is still scenic and enjoyable. Just make this decision ahead of time, at least a day before, because once you reach the ladders, it's too late. The alternative route would mean backtracking quite a ways, and nobody wants to do that. My sister was really looking forward to the ladder section and thought her mild fear of heights wouldn't be a problem, but it was. She was a complete mess. We were hiking counterclockwise, so we were climbing up the ladders. I'm not afraid of heights personally, but I can't even imagine what it would be like going down them if you were hiking clockwise. Bottom line here is plan ahead and choose what's right for you. Your trek should be fun, not stressful. I know you already know to pack light, but this one can't be stressed enough. The TMB involves around 33,000 feet of climbing and 26,000 feet of descent. This is no walk in the park. I packed, unpacked, repacked multiple times and finally got my pack down to just 11.5 pounds, not including food and water. And trust me, water is heavy. Plus you often need to carry a lunch, so every ounce counts. Stick to just the essentials. Your back and your knees will thank you later. If you haven't seen it yet, check out our packing video linked at the end of this video for exactly what worked for me. There are water sources along the TMB, but not always when and where you need them. We carried 2 smart water bottles and a Catadine B-free 1-liter filter, which was a total game changer. We used it often to filter water from streams and mountain springs, and especially on those 89-degree days, it was amazing. Nothing beats drinking ice-cold glacier water straight from the source. We strongly recommend getting supplemental insurance that covers mountain rescue and evacuation before your trek. A lot of the trail can only be accessed by helicopter, and even something as simple as a sprained ankle can require rescue. We compared a few different companies and ended up going with Alliance. It cost $519 US for both of us, and our plan didn't just cover helicopter rescue, it also included things like trip cancellation protection, travel delay coverage, and baggage delay coverage. Before choosing a policy, we came up with a detailed list of questions we asked each company that we were considering so we could compare apples to apples. I've included that list in the description below to help you do the same. And we were really glad we had our coverage because on our last morning of the trail, Anne-Marie actually needed to be air rescued off the mountain. If you haven't seen that story yet, check out day 13 of our blog series on the Tour du Mont Blanc. Bonus, slow walkers unite! If you're a slow walker like us, or you just want to take your time and stretch the standard 11 stages into something a bit more relaxed, this one's for you. Our TMB took 13 hiking days plus 2 rest days for a total of 15 days. It gave us plenty of time to enjoy the scenery, chat with fellow hikers, and often time to just relax at our huts after a long day of walking. If this sounds like your pace, stay tuned. I'll be posting a full vlog soon breaking down our daily stages, mileage, and where we stayed. And that's it. Our top 10 tips for planning your own self-guided hut-to-hut TMB trek. We'd love to hear any tips that you think should also be included, so please add them in the comments section below. Sue from Sisters to Santiago signing off, and stay tuned because we'll be announcing our next Camino adventure very soon.